You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. We're live from the American Family Insurance Studio at Radio City. You can hit us on the Truth line. Check us out on social media at 1017 The Truth. You can hit me at Dr. Ken's Truth on Instagram and Twitter. Politicians. You know, as I think through life, and think through the only people in the world that do certain things is politicians. For all the good they do, there are a couple things that they do that disturb me. And I thought I'd share those with you because this week we've been talking about reset the preset. And today I want to talk about politicians. Where in the world did we fail when it came to politicians? There's some things that have been rattling around in my mind that we need to reset about politicians. And the reason is, looking back on Milwaukee over the past 20 years or so, we haven't had good luck with politicians. We've had a few gems, had a few people we made, and I kind of look at it as a political position. Superintendents of Milwaukee Public Schools, but school board runs them out because the teachers union runs them out, and we're back to where we are now. And we'll talk about that later with the 230 teachers that they need for Chicago Public School. So if you ask me, if we say 230, it's actually like 460. But I digress. Politicians. What things do we need to reset about politicians? Number one, we need to reset term limits. Come up with a new slogan. Give them two, that's you. You only get 2 terms and you out. 8 years, roll out, goodbye. No repeating the term. No sitting out for 4 years and then coming back for 4 years. 8 and out. You should not make your life a political game. That means that you will never get a pension from the city of Milwaukee as a politician. You need to take your behind and go get a job. Oh, that's right. But Shantia Lewis asked for a pay raise the day after she got in. And where'd she end up? Possibly going to jail. What other political resets do we need to give? We need to look at the politician's office. Why are you downtown locked behind a door where nobody in your community can talk to you? If you want security, have security at the district. Assign a police officer to your office and take your behind in your position as city council to your district. But no, we're not going to do that. I want to make an appointment. I got my alderman's cell phone number. But if I want to go see him in the office, I got to talk to somebody and make an appointment and get through security and do all this stuff. I mean, I get it. But really? I had somebody tell me that'll cost too much. We waste money on everything else. Hey, let's stop pensions for career public servants like elected politicians. I don't think you should get a pension because I think if you limit the term, then we don't have that problem. So number one, term limits. Number two, your office. Number three, we need a report from you every 100 days. Every 100 days, we need a report on all the things that you've accomplished. I don't care what you supported. It's your job. We support business in our district. Really? We support home ownership in our district. Really? That's your job. So you don't get accolades for doing your job. It's like police officers who used to come in and say, we deserve free health care because we're the police, which I thought was probably the most idiotic thing I've ever heard. And I was the police. You chose this job. You're not getting a pat on the back. You're not getting praise and honor. You get paid a really good paycheck to do your job. Do your job. And if you don't like it, take the high road. Quit. Whereas the young folks say, move around. But we won't do that. Number 4, we need a template. When you take that 100-day report, we need to know very specific things. We need to know about financials. We need to know about the budget. Notice I say financials because I want to know who gave you money. The budget that you're using for your office. How many citizen contacts you've had. How many complaints and issues that you've addressed. And what was the outcome of those issues. Then you can get a report card. Term limits, you get 2. And don't change the time you're vested as an employee. But then again, absolutely, because it'll be significantly reduced. So if you're vested after 5 years and you can get a pension and you work 8, God bless you. You might get $300, maybe $500 a month as a pension. Okay. Office, you need to move it to the district where you work, where you live. Number 3, 100-day report. We need a 100-day report so we know exactly what it is you're doing. And my number 4 that we need to reset is the template that you use for your report. Not just accolades and what you supported, but actual things you do. Otherwise, you're wasting our time and you should not be reelected. But then if we're going to reset something, if we're going to reset politicians, if all of this fails, there's only one other thing that we can do. There's only one other reset we can take. We have to reset politicians.
And that is Dr. Ken's Truth on the new 1017 The Truth.